Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Elijah's Enlightenment. It's been a long minute since I last posted, and that's kind of gonna be the topic of today. To be frank, the past 2 to 3 weeks, I wasn't feeling very inspired. I was going through a funk. In one of my recent videos, I talked about how I feel like I do like these pendulum swings, right? And I'll be super good for a long time, and then I do super bad, and then I'll do super good, and then I do super bad. In my eyes, super bad and super good. And like I said, for the past 2 to 3 weeks, I was just feeling very unmotivated. I felt out of touch with life, with my spirituality, with my purpose. What am I doing? My goals. And I didn't feel confident as a person. And I'm still struggling with that a little bit. When I get into those bad swings, when I get into a rut where I'm consumed by my own mind and the judgments that I cast on myself, it makes me push everything else away. It makes me push family away. It makes me push friends away. It makes me push the wind's like, yep, you're on it. It just makes me push things away, and I don't want to face them. And it seems like I'd rather be attached to the pain body. Oh, I had like a little rock set up too, and it was pretty good. All right, I guess we're gonna do it like this. Yeah, like I was saying, I guess it just makes it feel like when I'm in those low points, I don't feel like Elijah. I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like I could hop on YouTube and I could post a video and actually like resonate with people when I'm in a funk, when I'm feeling low myself. Because in my own head, I was like, well, this is Elijah's enlightenment, right? And right now I'm not feeling too enlightened. So if I hop on this video and I try to like seem all chipper and like say, hey, focus on nature, focus on this, do this, focus on your mental health, yoga, meditation, breath work, all these things that I advocate for and I have, quite a bit of knowledge on. But for the past 2 to 3 weeks, I haven't been practicing what I preached. And so I felt like a phony. And I think that's a tough pill to swallow. It's hard when you have all these pleasures in life, and sometimes we become so consumed with these things that we know that are not good for us, but we do them anyway because it numbs something for a time, whether it be sugar, substances, working out too much, whatever your poison is, you choose it. But that's where I was. I don't want to take that long of a break from YouTube again. But I can't promise that it won't happen again because this is my life. And I mean, this is the first time where I actually felt like unmotivated since starting YouTube to not post a video. I didn't even want to like log into my YouTube channel, Elijah's Enlightenment, because just seeing that name made me feel bad. It made me feel bad because I felt like I wasn't that person, like that was a facade. Even though it's really not, like that's me, that was me. All those videos, that's me, that's the true me. But also at the same time, for the past 2 to 3 weeks, this is the real me too. And I need to accept that. And I talked about in a video, trying to change things with love and acceptance, not coming from a place of, oh, I hate this about myself. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like how this makes me feel. I don't like this. I don't like that. But it's hard. It's hard. And it's always easier to give the advice to someone else or to post a video about it, and tell people to do this, do that. But when you have to apply it to your own life, it's a little tricky. And I think that's part of the humility that I needed. I think I needed to put my pride to the side and say, hey, you're not always going to be okay. You're not always going to be able to post a video and feel good about it. You're not always going to feel like you're motivated and you're like aspiring to do this great thing on YouTube, which I really do have a passion for. But in a funk, in a dark place, I lost my passions. I didn't know what I was waking up every day to do. I would just go to work, I go to the gym, I come home, and it's the same thing. And that bothers me, and that did bother me. And I don't know. I think I really just need to accept that, like it's okay to not be okay. Simply. It's okay not to be okay. And I need to reach out more. And I need to utilize my friend groups and my family more. And, my girlfriend and the people that care about me. Because in those moments, it's like I don't even care about myself. So I'm so in my head and I'm thinking, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel wrong? Nothing's definitively bad in my life, but why do I still feel this underlying gloom about every day? And so a part of me wants to apologize for not posting and not being active, but at the same time, I'm really not sorry for it because it was a lesson for me. And I needed to learn it, and I'm still going to be learning it for the rest of my life. I think it's okay to take a hiatus every once in a while. And the only reason actually that I even had the spark to make this video is because I got a text from one of my best friends. And he was like, I haven't seen any uploads lately, like what's good, bro? And I am sitting across from a creek. I actually think it's the Sacramento River. And I just went to a little spot. It's a waterfall, it's beautiful. And I went here by myself today and I made it a point. I said, I want to rejuvenate myself. I got my underwear, I dipped in the water, froze, was shaking. But I felt alive, that's what I wanted. If I could just say a little story, walking these the railroad tracks to get to the waterfall. I was so in my mind. I'm looking down. I'm not enjoying nature. I'm just I need to get to my location. I need to get to my location. Then I'll be good. Then I'll be good. And even when I arrive at my location, when I get to the beautiful waterfall, which I'll post a video so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. I'll put it in this video. I was still just in my head. And there's no one around. The last time that I came here, there's a bunch of families and it's kind of chaotic and it's still beautiful and peaceful, but it's okay, it kind of seemed, a little touristy. This time it was pure zen. No one there, just me. And I think that made me uncomfortable. It made me uncomfortable because part of me was okay, I'm waiting for people to show up. I'm waiting for one person to show up. I'm waiting to talk to someone, right? Or just see something. And I think life said, well, no, I think you need to be alone in your thoughts. I think you need to be alone right now and be okay with that. And I was fighting it in the beginning and I was standing there chewing on my sunflower seeds, just looking at the water, looking at the waterfall, thinking, I kind of want to dive in there right now. I kind of want to dip. I think it'll be good for me. But then this other part of me is just saying, well, what if people show up? Aren't you waiting for people? What if this? What if that? Like the angel and the devil on your shoulders. And it's funny because I found a synchronicity in today, 2 of them actually. The first one was I saw multiple birds. And I guess you could say, oh, well, you see birds every day if you just look up. Well, that's the thing. I was looking down. I was feeling down for the past 2 to 3 weeks. I wasn't going outside and I wasn't looking up. I didn't want to look up. I didn't want to look for better days, I was just kind of wallowing in my self-pity. And that's not who I want to be. So I get here today and I see eagles, I see birds, I see like turkey vultures. And I'm looking at the clouds and I see like a raven, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm at the right place. I'm doing the right thing. And then I see these like aquatic birds. They go in the water and they get like little insects and stuff, and then they kind of like wag their tail a little bit. And I was like, okay, it's feeling it. It's feeling the water. I've never seen a bird like that get in the water besides a duck, but that's cool. And then I was like, well, if that bird can get in the water, then I should probably get in the water. That's a sign, right? So I dipped in. I'm doing my breathing. I'm like screaming because no one's here. So I'm like, boom, splash. I get out. Oh, the sun's on me. I'm feeling good. I'm freezing, but I'm feeling good. And I said, I feel alive. And it's so silly, but it's like, I needed to be silly. Like, I needed to do that. I needed to do that. And I'm glad I did. Because as soon as I got in that water, I was immediately in my body. I was in my zone. I'm not up here anymore. I'm feeling my body. I'm present. I'm here. I'm cold. I'm shivering. I'm in this water. I'm at this beautiful place in Dunsmuir. You know, like I'm doing the damn thing. You don't always have to be thinking. I don't need to be thinking so much. Thinking I'm a phony if I go on YouTube when I'm down and post a video, thinking I'm a bad person, thinking I'm a bum because I'm not in school this semester, thinking, you know, that's just a few of the things that like play in my mind. And it catches up to you, and it bogged me down for a while, but I want to get better. I've been talking to people in my circle, and I want to get better, and I'm going to do better. And I'm glad that my best friend Georgie texted me and like reminded me like, hey, you have this plan. And I remember him saying, bro, like, you stick with it, bro. You do it for you. The intentions will come, the subs will come, but just keep a good heart. Do it for you. And I need to do this for me, because this is kind of a therapy for me, talking my ideas and my feelings out. But at the same time, it's like, maybe some of you guys can relate to this. You're trying to do better. You're trying to be on a spiritual path. You're trying to be on a path that just makes you feel fulfilled as a person, but then you have 2 to 3 weeks where it's like, I feel like a bum and I don't want to do anything and I don't want to get up and I feel like I'm just not the same person that I used to be or that I want to be, you know? And that's okay. It's always easier to preach it than practice it, but it really is okay. And I'll be okay, and you'll be okay. So all in all, I'm glad that I came here today. I'm glad that all these little synchronicities, you know, messages from people that I haven't talked to in a while, phone calls from people, text messages, you know, playing my game, hearing from people, seeing birds. I also found, which is the second synchronicity, let me get it out of my pocket. I found this stone. Now at first I was like, oh, is that just like charcoal or something? No, but it looks like selenite, but black. I found it right next to the rock that I was sitting at down at the waterfall when I was about to leave. And it's funny because I was trailing around the creek. I was just looking at the waterfall with my little stick, and I was like, dude, it'd be so cool to like pan for gold or something, like find a crystal in the water or something, like, but that would be cool. And it was a fleeting thought, like it just popped in and then it went out. And then at the very end, when I have like a catharsis of sorts and I'm like, yes, I'm alive, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. I look down and I find a crystal, and it's like, dude, I have a bunch of crystals at home, but I've been neglecting them. I've been neglecting my spirituality. And this was the message saying, you can get back to it. It's always with you. And that's so cool to find this. I'm going to find out what this is. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm going to find out. God, I just feel so good right now after feeling bad for so long. And that's a beautiful thing. So if you do watch this video after the long hiatus that I had, thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate you for choosing me today. You chose me today. You didn't have to. You didn't have to watch the video, but I appreciate it. And I'm gonna be making more. I promise. And life is good. It's okay to need help sometimes. You don't always have to do it on your own. These are lessons that I'm learning right now. Alright, peace.